Hi everyone, welcome to my newbies, yay! A couple of friends from Facebook have come over, so thank you very much for joining my channel. I have lots of different stuff on here, ranging from mental health to metal detecting and all sorts of things, poetry, art, all sorts, just my interests. But mainly it's sort of like my healing journey as well. You know, talking about mental health and abuse and things like that. And my cat Safi, my little pussy cat. She always comes and joins us, only because she wants treats and she gets in the way and presses buttons on my PC and stops videos and all sorts. She's a pain in the ass sometimes. Go on, get down. Go on. Got some cards up here. Mental health and all this sort of thing, my healing journey, and all sorts of different stuff. So I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, but it's all well-being stuff and helping other people heal as well as myself. And also, I've become sort of like spiritually aware in the last couple of years, well, just over a couple of years now. My friend gave me my first deck of tarot cards itself. I've actually got them here because I've just done myself a reading actually, and it falls quite into what I was talking about in my last video about happiness and, you know, the things that we have to do. And I know that a lot of people have been following me for the last, well, since I started this in 2020. When did I start this? 2022, wasn't it? Yeah, last year. Not last year, year before now. Yes, we're in 2024 now, aren't we? God. Yeah, still getting used to that, isn't it? Yeah, so I've not been doing it for very long, but it's been helping me on my healing journey so much. Doing readings for myself, and just taking the advice, and, you know, sort of like passing the information on to help other people too. I mean, if you're not into that, you're not into that, but, you know, it has helped me so much just to understand myself and my own mental state and where my life is. And because I grew up not knowing how to think, I was never taught how to think properly, how to fend for myself. I was a people pleaser, constantly a people pleaser, and always blaming myself for everybody else's problems and mistakes, and, you know, trying to fix things that were unfixable because they just wasn't there to fix in the first place, you know, which, yeah, it can make your brain melt down very badly, and mine did, very badly, to the point of wanting to take my own life many times. I've lost count how many times, you know, self-harm and things like that. So I do touch on deep levels of that through my own experiences. So, you know, there will be people out there that do find it traumatic to listen to, but I am I am the survivor. I am the happy ending. You know, I am proof that you can heal from that shit. And move forward. You know, I used to be so fearful of everything. I still get my bouts now, but it's less and less and less. You know, it just lasts minutes now instead of days, weeks, months, or years of fear. You know, trapped in the same circle. But learning how to fend for myself, knowing that I am a good person and I am capable of a hell of a lot of things that I know many people aren't, you know, and it's for a woman in this day and age to be able to do the things that I can do, just as a person, a human being, you know. I actually got told a couple of months ago that I was more manly than somebody's male friends, you know, and he didn't mean it in a bad way. He meant it in the fact that, yeah, I can put my hand to shit and I can get things done. And Louise, who's just joined us today, she'll tell you what I'm like. She met me for the first time last year. Went on a camping trip, and it was very. we got the tail end of some tornado that started off in America, or cyclone, or whatever it was, and it came across the English Channel, and we went camping just as it hit. It was an experience. beautiful place that we went to. Oh, it's so brilliant. That beautiful place in Yorkshire. Up in the Yorkshire Dales, Emmerdale land. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was funny. It was really good. But yeah, Louise, you've met me, you've seen me, but you don't really know me. You've only met me once, really, on that camping holiday, and we've been friends on Facebook. So you know, hopefully you'll be able to see who I am as a person. You know, it's not that I'm trying to prove myself who I am. You know, there's a certain person that we both know. You know, or certain people that we know that yeah. There's things been going on around that, so I don't know if you know everything like, but you know snippets, I suppose. But yeah, but it's all to do with that as well as a lot of my own shit from years ago. So, but it's all been a learning lesson, yeah, a learning curve. That's what I'm going to say. Yeah, a learning curve, and I've used the tarot and my faith in the universe to move forward. And I am a completely different person than what I used to be. Just in a mental state, not in personality. My personality is still an empath, you know, I always have been that sort of person, kind, caring, will do anything for anybody. Whether that was me in my genes as I was born, or if it was something that I was moulded into from an early age, I don't know. You know, it's just always who I've been, and it will always who I will be, you know. I've had many people trying to break me and change me into whatever version they want me to be, and you know, it's I've always fought back in the end. If I look back, yeah, I've always fought back when I had a chance to. I mean, obviously as a kid I couldn't, I had that ability taken away, like you do when you're a child. You know, you don't have any choice, you have to go through shit like that, but you don't expect to go through shit like that when you're a kid. You know, you expect your parents to look after you, to care for you, to do what's right for you, what's best for you, you know, show you the love and the care and the attention and the nurturing that, you know, a child deserves, you know. So yeah, getting back on track, I've used all these cards to understand myself, the people around me, my life, where it's been, where it is and where it's going. And the trust that I've had in the universe over these, 2.5 years now, it's just led me forward constantly, and I can't knock it. I really can't. There's not one bad thing that's come out of this whole 2.5 years, and it's strange. It really is strange for me, because I've never felt like that before. I'm still getting used to all these new feelings and thoughts and processings of my brain. It's been stuck in such a same pattern for as long as I can remember. So yeah, new things pop up every day. I look back and, you know, I'll have realisations like going to Manchester for New Year's Eve with my daughter. Normally I would have panicked like mad, you know, I would have had heart palpitations, feeling sick, you know, anxiety. God, no, I think, it must have been the next day, and I was like, Jade, I didn't have no panic attacks or anything. I didn't feel no anxiety at all. That's mad. Yeah, very strange, but such a good feeling that my brain wasn't switched onto that constantly. My brain was in the moment, enjoying the night. It was fucking amazing night. It was absolutely brilliant. But right, I'm going to get back to this tarot reading. Sorry, I have not talked about my life for a while, so it's yeah, I'm feeling it needs to come out today for some reason, especially since I've done this reading and from my earlier video with my positivity card. So I'll tell you the first two that came out. We have the Sun and we have the Hierophant. Now I'm still learning, so I'm still reading from a book. I've got different various books, but I do like this one. It seems to have a good understanding and a good way of putting things into perspective. So we'll start with the Sun. I'll read it out. There we are. Right. The Sun card is always a welcome sight. This card calls you to play and enjoy the bounty of life around you. Call to mind the areas of your life that inspire the most joy and allow yourself to stay there for a moment. If you never allow yourself time to celebrate the happiest moments of life, they'll slip through your fingers. As all time does, sometimes it's important to create your own joy in life. If you've gone through a difficult time or are in the midst of one now, how can you bring a little light from the sun into your life? Cultivate a childlike curiosity when it comes to embracing happiness. See, that's what got me, because it was all about happiness, creating your own happiness. But yeah, you do have to go and create your own happiness. It's very rare that people bring that to you, and don't put all that power into somebody else. You know, somebody can just take it away in an instant. And same as love. You know, this is why you've got to love yourself. You can't expect all that to come from somebody else. It shouldn't come from somebody else. You shouldn't put all that responsibility onto somebody else to love you, to make you feel better. It's not how it works. You have to love yourself. You have to accept yourself for who you are. You have to understand yourself, what your needs are, what makes you happy. You know, as long as it's not causing any harm to anyone else, or any loss, or any distress. You know, those are the 3 laws, the common laws, basically, and not to cause harm, loss, or distress. And it's the same as universal laws, really. You know, be good, you get good back. You know, treat others as you'd like to be treated yourself. You know, don't take and not give back. You know, and I mean, don't take money and not give back anything. I mean, even if you do give money out to somebody, and just a gesture back, I picked you a little flower. There you are. Thank you very much for that, lending me that money. You know, it's just a little gesture, something like that, or a handmade card. You know, for me, that's amazing things. You know, that's the sort of gestures. I like the little things. It's the little things that matter. But yeah, the Sun card also signals an abundance of health and vibrancy. It may be arriving to signal you to take action and enjoy this extra burst of energy. Now, excuse me, I'm still bad from my chest infection. I'm getting over it at the moment. And my throat's getting very dry. I should have got a drink, really. Actually, I should be right back. I'm going to get myself a drink. I do apologise for that. Hopefully that's sorted out. I got myself a drink there. So yeah, where was we? Yeah, enjoy this extra boost of energy. It's funny because when you start feeling happier, you start feeling more energetic. When I start my morning on a good morning, you know, it was some either meditation. You know, I speak to the universe, I speak to my ancestors, you know, I thank them for everything, you know, and, you know, I light a candle for them. Just respecting the ancient ones and the universe, you know. It's funny because you send love out and you get love back. It's amazing. You get it in little signs and snippets, you know. I've got just a smudge on my window and it looks like a heart shape. I don't know where it's come from. You know, it's not like my finger smudge or anything like that. I don't know what it is, but you know, it's the shape of a heart. And because I'm in an upper flat, I see the sky out there, so I watch the clouds. You know, I just sit there and look out, meditating, watching the clouds, and it's lovely. And it's right in my view of watching the clouds. So, you know, little signs like that, things get in the way, numbers and stuff like that, little signs. But noticing these sorts of things connects you to the universe, and you do start vibrating. It's funny, I start vibrating in my feet. I get sort of like tingles around my head, and it comes around to the front here. It's weird. But it is all energetic, and it's amazing. The feeling that I'm getting now from when I first started, you know, I'm starting to notice a lot of things, and just following what the universe says, and it really does give you the energy that you need to move forward, the confidence boost, and having a childlike wonder, you know, just getting back to being a kid again. I know I don't mean mucking around and things like that, just the curiosity and the wonder and the awe of just what's going on around you, you know. It's like I got told once that, you know, when I talk to people or I'm listening and that I really fall into what they're talking about, you know, like a kid would, like, sat there and listening to a story, you know, really, you know, I've noticed it in myself as well, and there's nothing wrong with that, nothing wrong with that at all. It's amazing to have that feeling and to have that curiosity, because that's what keeps your head ticking, you know, like, oh, what's going to happen next? Oh, yeah, excitement about your next moment. And to actually live like that instead of fearing every next moment. Oh God, what's going to happen now? You know, oh, am I in trouble? We don't. Oh, the feelings are so different. It really is. But they both stem from childhood. Well, for me anyway. You know, scary monsters. You know, under the bed and in the cupboard. But you know, it was the people around me that were the fucking scary monsters. So yeah, getting back to your childhood nature, and getting out in nature as well, that's another thing. If you can't get out in it, bring it in. Bring it around you. I've got plants and all sorts. I've got leaves stuck to my screen and yeah, all sorts, flowers and bits of wood and all sorts. But I carve wood too. So yeah, I have all sorts of nature that should be outside that's inside. Because I don't get out in nature as much as I should do, especially metal detecting, for my metal detecting buddies out there. I do enjoy doing that, very much so. I've always loved nature, thanks to my dad, he's always took me out took me out in nature. But to get back to this reading, so that was the Sun card, and that was sort of like, the happiness part, bringing happiness into our lives, you know, the things that we enjoy doing. Out, doing things, seeing people, socialising, or even staying at home, being creative, cozying up by the fire, watching a film, having a nice hot bath, bubble bath, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is. If it makes you feel happy, bring it into your life. And if you can do it first thing in the morning, it sets up the rest of the day. It really can. Especially when you keep getting triggered. That's just good mental health, really. I found that, well, I was taught through my therapist that when my brain gets triggered, stress hormone gets released. You need to stop that stress hormone. How can you do that? By making yourself happy. So, uplifting music on my earphones. If you can't do that straight away, do it as soon as you can. You know, always try and stop that stress hormone from being released, because that's what's fucking up your brain. That's what's stopping your brain from processing in the first place. And it all gets stuck in the front lobe when you keep getting triggered by this, that and the other, and it could be past stuff that gets linked to everyday stuff, it gets stuck. So yeah, smell from today would trigger something from the past that's not been processed, because your brain's shrunk and it won't let it go through. You know, it's trying to get this book through a hole that big, you know, it's not going to do it. So you need to open it up by stopping the stress hormone from being produced in your body, which is taking yourself away from toxic environments, toxic people, toxic circumstances, whatever, toxic, whatever's in front of your face, whatever's going in your ears, you know, even whatever you're eating, you know, certain things can be toxic to the body, which can also affect the brain. As soon as you can stop that and trigger that dopamine machine, serotonin, all the good brain tingly stuff, you know, stuff that gives you goosebumps, you know, because you love the feeling of it, the music, certain musics, they set me off completely. I'll just get tingles all over, and it will go all over my head and down my body, and it's just that sort of feeling, you know. Those are the sorts of feelings. That means that your brain likes it. It's a reward for, well, it's the chemicals working. It's the good chemicals working in your brain. It's going, yeah, it's like an explosion, and it feels really good. I mean, I'm sure all of you can have an instance where you just had full body goosebumps, tingles, from an experience. Mine is definitely music. I think a lot of people's are, really. Certain frequencies can trigger it straight away. Uplifting. I do find nothing without words. Something, well, yeah, if it's got words in it, it can bring on emotions, which can trigger the stress hormone to come up again, and it's a counteractive thing, or counteractive. Yeah. So for me, anything that's just instrumental, or even like I've got a little bell. Actually, I'll go get it now. Hello, I'm back. So my friend Heather got me a singing bowl as part of my healing process. She got herself one as well, which I found worked really nicely. It's got a nice resonance, but it's this bell that I've got is a lot more higher. Obviously, different frequencies do different things in your brain. You can feel it. So if anybody's got any sound sensitivity, and you don't like these sorts of sounds, then I suggest just turn it down for a couple of seconds. But yeah, I find that this noise, it actually sort of ding, such a nice little ding. Yeah, just noises like that can set off a tingling in my head, but it sets off good chemicals. Your brain's reacting to it. It's going, oh, I like this. Yeah, I feel happy now, and that's it, you know. And once you start the process of practicing daily happiness, whenever you feel stressed, counteract it with something to bring on these good chemicals in your brain. It really does help with the healing process. You start to calm down. Your triggers don't seem to work as much because you're training your brain not to react to the triggers anymore. You're training your brain to react to the happiness more. It's making a balance, because with me, my life was just full of negativity day after day after day after day after day after day, with little sporadic moments of happiness. Could go months with no happiness, and then happiness for a day, or a couple of days, or a week maybe. Or it'd be a couple of days happy, and then it'd be bad days for a week, and a couple of days happy, and bad days for 3 weeks, and then a couple of days happy. You know, something like that. But your brain learns to function on the stress. And it's not used to functioning how it should do in a happy environment. So I had to retrain my brain. Literally had to retrain my brain with happiness. Yeah, happiness therapy. It works. It worked for me, very much so. So, right, yeah, the next card, the Hierophant. So, this traditionally religious card. Sorry, I'm terrible at reading as well. But yeah, I'm getting better. This traditionally religious card is a call to seek out spiritual guidance from sources rooted in wisdom and deep knowledge. If organised religion speaks to you, you can go that route as well. Now, I'm not a religious person. I wouldn't say I believe in God. I believe in the universe. I'm a scientific person too. You know, I love doing space research. I mean, one of my all-time dreams is to be an astrophysicist. You know, so this is my understanding of both worlds. You know, yeah, people believe in God, Allah, whatever. You know, there's something bigger than us. There's something that created us. We're here for because something put us here. You know, what that thing is, I don't know. But I incorporate the whole of the universe. I don't put it down to one god or a load of gods, or I put it down to everything and whatever's beyond it, you know? Because, yeah, whatever's beyond it. I mean, I have lots of my own theories, and if you go back through some of my videos, I'm sure that I've waffled on for a long time about them. But yeah, I'm not a mad scientist or a mad person. I used to think I was crazy, but no, I'm very sane now. Do you know what? If my therapist could see me now, very much so. Well, all my therapists, if they could see me now, they'd say I'm cured. See you later, Kaz. I'll never see you again. Bye. Enjoy your life. You know. I mean, I'm probably going to have to go to the doctors and tell them, but because I haven't actually talked to any sort of mental health people about my mental health and how good it is now for a while. So yeah, I suppose I will have to go, and I wonder if I could have another evaluation. I bet I could. Oh, that would be interesting. Sorry, my analytical mind just kicked in, gone, yeah, I'm going to do that. Watch this space. Let's see what the doctors tell me now. Right, okay, right. Let's get back to this. I mean, I might be completely insane. If I am. If I am, I really don't mind right now, I'll tell you. You know, if anything feels this good, I keep saying it, if anything feels this good, and I am off my nut, then I'm off my nut and I don't care. I really don't care. I'm happy. And that's all I ever wanted, happiness. Right, here we go. Right. Where did I go? If organised religion speaks to you, you can go that route as well. If it doesn't, seek the ancestral wisdom you resonate with most. You know, yeah, whatever you believe in, if you've been learning on your own in an area of your life, this card is calling you to pause and build a stronger foundation through someone who's gone before you. Ruled by stable Taurus, this card wants to know that you are infinite beyond belief. But there's no substitute for learning from those with more experience. This card could also indicate interactions with established structures. Now, the one thing I've been struggling with is procrastination. I can't put my finger on what it is. I really don't know where that comes from. And it's stopping me doing some study. I am finding it very difficult. Even last year with the science, I was finding it very difficult to do my homework. I was finding it, well, obviously I didn't tell you all this, did I? Because I've not done any content for a long time. But yeah, I was struggling very much so with procrastination doing my homework. Luckily, I passed with flying colours. I'm going through the same again. I mean, I do have online things to do, which I have done a lot for English, way more than I needed to actually. But when it comes to maths, I've not touched it. I think I've opened the app once for it, and it's part of my learning process with it. Now, I do know where this stems from. This stems from another childhood thing. I was always bad at maths. I wasn't even put in for my exam. And, Jane, thank you very much for your offer. I'm not quite sure how the American and English maths systems are. I know the metric system and things like that, but how you do the workings out and what I'm going to have to put down in my exam papers, I'm not quite sure if it would work. But yeah, I am so grateful for your offer of helping me with my maths. And I think that's what this is talking about as well. Getting experience from other people. There's only so much that I know. And I am very grateful for anybody that wants to offer me any sort of learning. But as I'm saying with the maths, even the thought of talking to you about it and learning from you, it brings up a fear. You know, I can feel it here now. I can feel it. I want to cry. Yeah, this is another thing in my videos. Get used to me crying, because this is all part of the healing process. You have to feel where it comes from. Why is it there? Why is it there? Why is it there? I can feel it right there. I still don't know. It'll come, it'll come. It's going away now, the feeling's going away. But I really don't know where it comes from. I don't know if it's a bullying at school or just being a failure when it comes to the maths. I don't know. There's so many aspects that I need to think about for that, for it to kick in. I mean, people that have watched these videos before, you'll know the process. It'll come to me at some point, and the feeling will go, and it'll be like, oh, phew, gone. But yeah, I get to this point, I don't know where it comes from. It could be a multitude of certain things to do with my schooling. And I really don't know. But it'll come one day. Something will click. So yeah. I'll calm down. Yeah, yourself. Oh dear. Oh. I don't know. There's self-belief and things like that. There's all sorts of different emotions that come with that. And I do apologise. And yeah, my regular viewers will know that I do burst into tears now and again, but it is all part of the healing process. I don't know if it does help people to see me going through that, especially when you get that aha moment. Yeah, that's why. Ding, ding, ding. Phew, gone. Yeah, I'm going to have to work on that one a bit more, I think. I've not actually gone into that, I suppose. That would be one of the yeah, I need to analyse that a bit more, just to see where that comes from. What part of, obviously it's my schooling, but yeah, but that could be linked to all sorts, puberty and all sorts of stuff. But yeah, I'll get there, so I do apologise for that. But yeah, it's always good to learn from other people, even other people's feelings and thoughts. I hate people that can't open up and tell you what they're thinking. It's, I don't know, it's frustrating. It really is. I don't know why people would like to keep themselves quiet and not open up. Because you're not going to get anything solved by being quiet, are you? You know, if you don't talk about these things, even journaling them down to yourself, you know, these thoughts. Why do I feel this, blah, 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 you know, or just get it all out. I think Jamie was on about journaling in one of your messages, that he'd got it all out on paper, but it took you a while to calm down from that, which, yeah, sometimes it does, because it keeps playing over in your head, especially when you can't rest your head. I used to tell myself, when I used to catch myself having spiralling thoughts, I'm like, Kaz, who are you talking to? Nobody's listening. Nobody's paying attention, it's just you. But then again, I had to train my brain to stop the spiralling thoughts too. It's a difficult process, it really is. But with practice and over time, it works. It fucking works. And determination to get it done. And don't worry about setbacks and feeling bad one day and then having 2 good days and then, oh no, you know, a few bad days. Always pick yourself up and start again. Or do something nice to make your brain go tingly and stop all those stress hormones from kicking off. So yeah, I think what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to leave it there, because the rest of it's a little bit more personal. So just those 2 things, and well, actually the rest of them are all upside down as well, but yeah. But they all go on about me actually going through a process with the people in my life and what I need to do to move forward. And it's all stuff that I know deep down that, yeah, I shouldn't be doing this with this person, or I shouldn't be talking to this person, and I should really just walk away and let them get on with their lives, you know, without them affecting my life and affecting my progress. And also the things like working on this procrastination and childhood fucking maths shit. That's something I should be concentrating on. I should be concentrating on my studies and doing what I want to do and moving forward, and not being worried about everybody else's stuff because it's not my problem. I can't fix everybody else, you know, I can only fix myself. And then put my content out there for people to watch, and if they want to take what I've said and try it, fair enough. If they fix themselves, fucking well done. If they don't want to put in the work, fair enough, you know, you carry on with your life, but just don't try and drag me back into it, you know. I don't need to be in that place anymore. That's not me anymore. The things I used to do, I don't do anymore. It's not me. I've moved on. I've created a different life for myself. If you're not willing to put in the work to do that for yourself and come and meet me on that side, then fair enough, that's up to you. You know, just don't hate me for it, for starters. You know, it's not my fault, you know, that I want to move forward and I want to have a life, you know, after the shit that I've been through, you know. Yeah. There's still things that hurt really bad, but yeah. I'm not stopping for anyone. I'm not stopping for anyone. I put my life on hold. It's my 50th birthday this year. And fuck me, I'm going to make it a big birthday. Yeah, Louise, expect an invite. June, June, that's Heather's mum. June, you've got an invite too. Sorry, June passed away a while ago. But yeah, I invite the spirits in too. My dad will be coming. And Jane, your dad will be coming too. Yeah. Oh god, yeah. Louise, your friend will be coming too. Yeah, she'll be coming. Yeah. So there'll be lots of things to plan this year. Lots of things to celebrate. You know, I've lived nearly half a century, so I've got to make the rest of it fucking good, haven't I? Especially now. So, yeah, I hope you'd all join me, whether it's in spirit or in person, yeah, we'll travel this together. But thank you everybody for all your likes and subscribes and your comments and joining and everything, yes. It's good to see some new faces, some friendly faces. Good to speak to some people that I've not spoken to for a long time. Jane and all the rest of you that have commented. Yeah, I will be making a lot more content. This is part of what I should be doing. You know, you know, I've not been on here for over, well, for a long time, haven't I? I've not made any content, only one video here or there, and that's it. But yeah, I've been learning a lot of lessons, meeting a lot of people, having some fucking new experiences, having some amazing experiences. Yeah, Donington was one of the major experiences that I've had, and obviously going to Creamfields again last year, and getting in the local paper for my outfit. That was well cool. Well, for me and my friends' outfits. Yeah, so I'm going to say goodbye. I'm going to go and have a bath, I think, and see if I can see where this childhood procrastination mass thing all plays in. Excuse the snorting. I've been full of cold and, you know, a flu and chest infection. Yeah, I call it the Manchester lurgy because that's where I went, and I felt, well, it was the next day, I think, January the 1st, I started feeling terrible. So I don't know. But yeah, I'll be making a lot more content. And thank you for joining me. And I love you all, and always stay safe and happy healing. Bye bye.